They say seeing is believing. Well, here's a briefcase with $1 million even. This all week, no days off. This hard work gon' pay off. I made myself a promise young. I would never work a day job, put it in the safe. Never know when I'm gon' need that. Came here with my gang, you don't know where your homies at. Gave you a lot of game, you don't owe me back. You say you a boss, gotta show me that. Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up? I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a sprinter. What's a two up?
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game. And we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Oh, his first throw of this playoff matchup is intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. And I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop him from trying again the rest of this game. No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And they're going to get him. He's sagged back around the 28. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go and break it down, make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
York able to send this one through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
Now 2nd and 9. Here's Pickett. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Let's go.
Pickett to throw on first down. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
1st and 10, here's Pickett. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Pickett. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
But they've certainly hit the point of no return in this one because that was absolutely the last time they could afford a sack. You got to sustain your blocks and keep your quarterback clean for as long as it takes in this situation. They failed up front this time to do so.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Line of of scrimmage, the 28 now, as they come up on second and a couple. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Give him a yard on the run there. That's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And some space here.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Sliding out of the pocket. The ball comes out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or 2 there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Hey, Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Pickett back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Lots of incompletions on first and second down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. A play fake, now Fields to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming out.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing on third down, Fields. Throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack. beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. Pickett. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Well, that's good for a 1st down. Here's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 42. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Pickett will look to throw it here. And that'll be caught with St. Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs. And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Derek Barnes in on the stop.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after this game.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw the better pass rush in that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 3. Read option. This is Gibbs. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
Pickett's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Pickett. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Pickett now on 1st down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Mitchell. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Pickett right back to the air again. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there. They went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 107 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. And out of of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you talk about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Pickett. St. Brown on the catch. And he will get out of bounds at the end of this. So they took a shot, they complete it, and stop the clock in the end.
Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
Pickett to throw. That's caught by Johnson.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
He's airing it out for Williams. And this one is incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now Pickett.
It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
We so often think of these kickers as automatic at any distance, and it's just not the case because when you start talking about 50-plus yards, that's still a tough one to connect on. This one ends up no good, and that should put to rest any chance of this game getting to overtime.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game.
The Bears will fight on another week as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say...
Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. 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 I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them in they feelings, yeah. Ain't vanilla ice. ice, but I'm iced out chillin'. Was the good guy till they made me the villain. Was gonna get a room, but they gave me a villa. I got Game Sports Center. 20 bands for the dinner. 20 dips in a Sprinter.